Ford Focus 2 2004 to 2010. Although the Ford brand has American roots, the second-generation Ford Focus is European to the last bolt. Even the production of this model was only in Germany and Spain, and since 2005 also in Russia and China. For several years in a row, Ford Focus 2 has been among the top 5 new car sales leaders, and its popularity in the secondary market is no less. Many consider this car to be the best combination of price and quality. Let's see if this is so. In 2008, the manufacturer made a restyling of the model, during which the front part of the car changed, and the center console and instrument panel also changed. As a result, Focus 2 has become more modern and charismatic. Ford Focus 2 engine's 1.4 Duratec, a frankly weak engine, designed only for leisurely movement, but the most economical one will fit into 7 liters in the city, is quite real. 1.6 Duratec, 1.6 Duratec TVCT, the most common motor, allows you to operate the machine in normal mode. The TVCT variable valve timing engine is more powerful and flexible, but problems with this mechanism are not cheaply solved. After 150,000 kilometers, such problems are not uncommon. You will have to spend $250 to $300. The passport resource of the timing belt is 160,000 kilometers, but the masters recommend not to tempt fate and change it, along with rollers, every 100,000 km. The average consumption in the city, 10 to 11 liters. 1.8 Duratec, a more powerful engine, but also more problematic. The main problem is floating speed and stalls at idle. Even the officials do not really know what to do with it. They constantly offer to clean the throttle. A more budgetary and radical way is to drill a hole in the throttle valve with a diameter of 2 to 3 millimeters. Judging by the reviews on the forums, this solution to the problem helped many. The 2.0 Duratec is the funniest engine in the lineup. 145 horses allow you to indulge at the traffic lights and overtake on the track with your eyes open. True, these horses drink 14 to 15 liters in urban mode. The same engine was installed on the Ford Mondeo. In the timing system, instead of a belt, there is a chain, and this saves $300 to $400 every 100,000 kilometers mileage, and the resource of this engine is very large. 1.8 Duratorg, Ford's diesel engine, turned out to be quite reliable and trouble-free in operation. There are no problems with starting even in severe frost, and fuel consumption only pleases. Of course, all this is true only under the condition of human operation of the engine. Therefore, high-quality diagnostics of a diesel engine before purchase is mandatory. In the secondary market, a 1.6-liter diesel engine is often offered, and a 2-liter is quite rare. All diesel engines are very sensitive to fuel quality. Gearbox Ford Focus 2 standard for the second Focus is a 5-speed manual. In order to avoid problems, it is necessary to monitor the condition of the axle shaft seals, since if you pierce an oil leak, then the loss of 5th gear is guaranteed. If 2nd or 3rd gear slips out when you let off the gas, the control cables need to be adjusted. Due to the lack of a synchronizer, there is a sort of crunch when turned on and a reverse gear departure. But forward switching is a pleasure, clearly, with a short stroke, almost perfect. The automata on the Focus 2 were simple, and therefore reliable, maybe a little thoughtful. And so, if you purposefully do not kill the automatic transmission and change the oil regularly, then there will be no problems. Suspension behind the wheel of the Ford Focus 2. You can enjoy the ride, thanks to the excellent suspension and rigid body. Manageability at a height, on the pits and irregularities, the teeth do not knock. If the suspension is in order, then a smooth ride without buildups is ensured. The suspension can safely be called comfortable. The weak point of the chassis, many owners consider wheel bearings, which nurse, on average, 70 to 80 km. Issue price, $100 with a replacement in the original. This is if you do not contact an official dealer, who will charge 2 to 3 times more expensive, but use the internet to buy spare parts, and a proven service station for installation. The suspension at the second Focus is complex and multi-link, but quite reliable. With high-quality spare parts, the resource is 100,000 kilometers can be called average. Previously, stabilizer struts and bushings are usually rented out. You don't have to worry about the rear suspension at all up to 200,000 kilometers. Outcome: the advantages of a used Ford Focus 2 include the fact that all of the above characteristics are offered on the secondary market at a fairly reasonable price. And after a few years of using the car, you are almost guaranteed to sell it at the purchase price, minus spare parts. But with a reasonable approach to buying a used car, these costs can be minimized. When buying, special attention should be paid to the diagnosis of the chassis and the search for defects in the paintwork or foci of corrosion.